This is Ziggy Berkeley, and you are listening to yet another awesome podcast on the Four-Eyed Radio Network. And hey, when you're done here, if you like James Bond 007, why not check out my podcast, Her Majesty's Secret Podcast, with new episodes dropping every other Monday on The Fern. And if you're really into James Bond, you can enter the Dial-A-Henchman contest. Want to know more? Go to hermajestyspod.com/contest, and you could win something from the James Bond 007 universe. Meanwhile, enjoy the show.
Hey there, Eric here from Socially Awkward Studios, and this Four-Eyed Radio presentation is being proudly brought to you by Raven Designs, illustration and design that fit your personality. For samples and inquiries, visit ravencruise.com.
Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, ladies and gentlemen, depending upon when you are listening to the show. Welcome to yet another edition of The Idiot Section, and our tribute to spring, which arrived on March 20th. If you got too drunk on St. Patrick's Day and passed out in a snowbank and are now waking up with birds singing and flowers growing in your pants, you now know why. Welcome to spring. As luck would have it, this is the third show we have performed this March, and just like our intelligent, quizzical audience, we ponder the lore that surrounds the month of March and the season of spring. For instance, have you ever heard that saying, if March comes in like a lion, it will go out like a lamb? The reverse has also been quoted, that if March comes in like a lamb, it will go out like a lion. Well, according to Wikipedia, these sayings come from an English proverb and or a common Pennsylvania saying, and were early attempts at predicting how the weather would behave depending upon how the month of March began and whether or not the planting of spring crops should be done. Another nifty little saying you may have heard is, "Beware the Ides of March," which were words supposedly spoken to Julius Caesar by a soothsayer, which actually came true, for on the Ides of March, or March 15th to be exact, in the year 44 BC, the guy who would eventually have the month of July named after him was stabbed 23 times. But what the hell is an Ides? Well, boys and girls, it is a calendar measurement. Now, back in the old-timey days, people didn't have smartphones, Palm Pilots, or even wall calendars. So when they were asked what day it is, they had to give an approximation. They didn't even use the beginning or ending day of the calendar month. They used what are called anchor days. For instance, the first day of the month was known as the calends, and the 5th and 7th days were known as the nones. The Ides fell on the 13th or the 15th of the month, depending upon the length of the month. So instead of saying, "Hey, today is March 10th, they would say, "Hey, today is 5 days until the Ides of March." Kind of a long-winded way of saying that, but you know what else you're going to do way back in the old-timey days. Now you know why they didn't have wall calendars and why they wouldn't be able to communicate via Twitter. Now, before the Julian, named after the stabbed guy, calendar, was accepted as the common form of yearly measurement, the Romans recognized March as the first month of the new year, and the Ides of March were the last day of celebration for the new year. Now you have to give those Romans credit, man. They knew how to prolong a party. Now Julius's demise was also the end of the Roman Republic and the start of the Roman Empire, and I do not mean the HBO series. Now all months have Ides, but for me, I'd rather use a date instead of an approximation.
Oh, really?
Hey, I am your host, Senor Esteban, And today, with my co-hosts Kyle and Steve-O, we will celebrate the beginning of spring and, hopefully, the start of warmer weather, especially for our listeners on the East Coast, who have been pounded by winter this year. Let's pray that the Easter Bunny will come and kick Old Man Winter in the snowballs and send him on his way. Nobody would expect that from a fluffy, fuzzy little bunny. Incidentally, I have been informed this week that 822 intelligent, patriotic, fine, upstanding individuals listened to our show last week or last time, and I wish to thank them and any new listeners for clicking on our link and sharing in our idiocy. Of course, since this is the Lenten season, many of our listeners are probably using this show as their penance, and if so, you must be very, very bad. Whatever your reason for listening, we appreciate it and hope you get a chuckle or two out of it. And now, ladies and gentlemen, it is time for our bi-weekly disclaimer.
Anything we say, anything we do,
any off-the-cuff remarks, parodies, ad-libs, or conveyances, real or imagined, are merely the opinions, beliefs, and desperate attempts at humor by the members of the Idiot Section, and do not, in any way, shape, or form, attest to nor represent the views, opinions, or philosophies of the Four-Eyed Radio Network, the Socially Awkward Studios, or any of the sponsors, consumers, or people who may have heard of us on the network.
Furthermore, any and all celebrity impressions you may hear on the show are for entertainment purposes only and are not an endorsement of the show by said celebrity.
Although you would think that any celebrity mentioned or impersonated on this show would be thrilled to be associated with it. However, we cannot claim that they would, and have therefore included these statements to cover our behinds.
This show is for entertainment purposes only. If you are not entertained, no one can help you, and may God have mercy on your soul.
Thank you. Our opening musical intro today is called Dancing Ivories, a.k.a. Soupy's Theme, and it was written by Al Mortimer, a pen name for Henry Jerome, and was used as the musical intro to the Soupy Sales show in the 1960s, and again for his show in the 1970s. This is our 20th show for the Four-Eyed Radio Network, or the Fern, and sadly it is our last show for the month of March 2014. Now, as sad as that may be, March has been a month jam-packed with all sorts of holidays, special days, and marvelous sporting events. Let's recap some of our favorites.
In the United States, March is Bisexual Health Awareness Month.
March is also Colon Cancer Awareness Month. Coincidence? I think not.
March 1st is Self-Injury Awareness Day. Ouch! March 17th is St. Paddy's Day, and March 20th is the first day of spring. Did you know that the daffodil is the floral emblem of March?
No, I did not.
March 8th is International Women's Day.
March 9th is Shut the Hell Up, Bitch, and Get Back to Work Day.
March 15th is the anniversary of the assassination of Julius Caesar by Bluto, Cassius Clay, and Popo Gigio.
Okay, hold on. Julius Caesar.
No, it's called Kaiser. That's how you pronounce it in...
But nobody knows him as Kaiser.
But
only
they do
him
know
as
him.
Caesar.
But that's his name, though. That's how you say it.
I don't care what his name is. It's how we say it. It's like Martin Scorsese. His
Popo
name is
Gigio.
Scorsese, but everybody says
Jim
Scorsese.
Mason, and I'll be playing Julius Kaiser. March 15th is the anniversary of the assassination of Julius Caesar by Bluto, Cassius Clay, and Popo Gigio. At least I think that's who they were. I don't think that's who they were.
March 14th is Save a Spider Day. I now have 23 of them. And March 22nd is World Water Day, although I would not drink the water in Mexico.
March 25th is a celebration of the Geek War of Independence in 1821, although it's Greek to me.
No, it was the Greek War of
I like the
Independence.
Geek War better.
No,
Yeah.
the Geek...
Star Wars is better. No,
Star Trek
is better.
To the death.
The Confederate.
Well,
To the
congratulations
death
to all those geeks who won their independence in 1821.
March 26th is Purple Day, which I found out is the Global Day of Epilepsy Awareness and not holding your breath until you turn purple. I wish I knew that earlier.
March is also the start of the men's NCAA basketball tournament, also known as March Madness, which I learned is not a disease I can use to get out of going to work.
March is also the month of Mardi Gras and Fat Tuesday, although I think they should rename it Pleasing Plump Tuesday. March 13th was World Kidney Day. Always a pisser.
And my favorite, March 2nd, Nat and Now Reading Day.
That's National Reading Day.
Whatever. So, Kyle, what have you been up to since our last show?
Kyle, nothing new. I've actually been up to nothing new recently. I applied a couple new jobs, and I've been just enjoying the lovely weather we've been having in the AZ. It's been nice out.
It's been lovely. Much better than it is back east. How about you, Steve-O?
My week has been interesting. Just a bunch of different stuff has been going on. But yesterday I had to fix my vacuum cleaner. As anybody would look over, can see there's duct tape now on it because for some strange reason it was not vacuuming. So then when I looked inside of the pipe, it was clogged. And it all has to do with everything from Christmas, pine needles, and all the Christmas crap that was dropped in. So trying to poke it through with something didn't work. So I ended up just having to cut a little bit of it and then just cleaning it all out. And then I just re-duct tape. So now it's working fine. But what do you get for a vacuum? That was like $20. So
$20 vacuum. Anyway, I've been up to spring cleaning, getting the fans ready for the summer, prepping for a new tree in the backyard. I went ahead and dug the hole last week, but I haven't gotten the tree yet because it's a pain in the neck to get a 7-foot tree in a car that only has a clearance of like 4 feet. Also, I got my good news from my accountant about how much money I got to pay for my taxes this year, and knowing what a bunch of clowns there are in Washington wasting our tax dollars, it's always nice to know that I get to go to work every day and do something that I may not always enjoy doing in order to pay these clowns to sit around and waste my money. The other thing I've been doing is I've been trying to get back into shape, which is more fun than I care to admit to. Getting up earlier every day now. I get up at 6. I do some strengthening exercises for my fat gut. And then I go for a 30-minute walk every day. So
good job.
Luckily, I've been doing that, and I'm down a whole 2 pounds.
Cool.
So that was
actually,
fun.
Matthew last night we were walking back from coming back here after the Tilted Kilt, and he has this watch thing him and his wife got actually, and it's not only a watch but also tracks like you're walking. So then all of a sudden you can like set goals for yourself for that day, and then
that's good.
At the end of the day, he was like, "Oh look, I reached my goal," and everything. It's not even anything you're really like noticing.
But then it comes up saying rob 7 banks.
Yeah,
I reached it.
But
gotta go.
Well, it all depends though, because even like Kevin Elliott on Appropriate Inappropriate is all like, "Yeah, I couldn't have one of those because it'll just start registering this," It's like you made your goal like in 10 minutes. But so I thought that was kind of cool. I forget what they're called, but they're actually it's kind of cool because they don't even look like
a pedometer or something.
Yeah, but
like
they
that.
don't even look like a watch. Like it just looks like a wristband kind of
like
thing.
one of those stupid wristbands, like a yellow one or a green one or a red one or a blue one or a
no,
purple
it actually
one,
doesn't look
or
like
a teal one or a chartreuse one or a.
No, it doesn't look like
or a
that.
black
Whatever
one.
happened to those? Are done now, aren't they?
I don't know. Everybody who used to have them like covering their arm. You could.
Well, it was
people
because
couldn't
of
even bend their arm
the one
because
ball
they
wonder.
were separating everything. Yeah.
And then he turned out to be a fraud.
Right. What I love is they came out with yellow ones saying, "Yes, I lied." Instead of live strong, it's like cheat to win.
Yeah, cheat to win, kids.
It's like his yellow one said, "This is blue."
Always fun. Hey, I got some shout-outs
But
this
again,
week.
like I always say, give the guy some credit. He went to the moon for crying out loud.
Hey, I broke a ball over this.
Hey, don't bust my ball.
So we have actual shout-outs.
I do. I have a shout-out this week. My shout-out this week actually goes to the president of Russia, Vladimir Putin. Now, Vlad has gotten a lot of bad press over the past few weeks for sending troops into and basically annexing Ukraine's Crimean Peninsula, which is almost an island surrounded by water and probably has great beaches to ride a horse topless on. Now, Vlad just finished hosting the Winter Olympics, and what many people do not know is that missing ring in the Olympic opening ceremonies, which was supposed to expand from a snowflake that looked like an asterisk, actually had the word Crimea printed on it. Who's laughing now, world? Now, while many foreign leaders, President Obama included, expressed outrage over what they consider an invasion, if you grab any picture of Mr. Putin and look at it, do you really think he cares what the rest of the world thinks? So if you look at the picture, which we'll put on our website, which, by the way, is now active.
What?
It's not great, but it's active. We'll put his picture on there.
In Soviet Russia, webpage makes you.
So just picture, somebody telling him, you're doing a bad job. We don't like what you did in Crimea. We really expect you. That's the look that you would get from him all the time.
I don't understand
I am
what
so
you're
pleased.
talking about.
So here is to
I
you,
took care of
Vlad.
dogs. I don't know what you want.
We know you are a long-time listener and a friend of the show, and we wish you the best of luck riding on the beaches of Crimea. Do svidaniya, which loosely translated means until we meet again.
Means hasta luego.
I'll be back.
Hasta la vista.
I will be back in studio next week with my co-host Comedian Hitler. It is going to be great fun.
So, you got any shout-outs, Steve-O?
No, because
You doing your comedy bit tomorrow?
well, technically
7:30.
Sunday, March 30th, because this will be released
7:30.
Well, that's what I
in 8
mean.
years
Yeah,
into
today
the future.
is actually well. So, how was your comedy bit? I heard you killed it.
Yeah. I don't know.
Okay.
Well, no. Well, edit.
There was a murder.
Edit the answer in here.
Yeah. If you'd like Steve to say yes, press 1.
Yeah.
If you'd like to hear Steve's political views, press 2. If you'd like to hear Steve do a mariachi dance, press 3.
If you would like to end this call, press and call.
Why don't you just tell me the movie you want to see?
Good stuff. I don't have any shout outs either yet.
Nope.
I don't have any. No one cares.
You know
No
what?
one
I do
cares.
have a shout out. Michael Bay.
Oh, yeah.
Uh-oh.
Turtles.
We've
in
seen the
Yeah.
turtle preview.
Nailed it.
Oh,
Oh,
it's excellent.
I'm just going to say this. Don't fuck it up.
Oh my God! It
Well,
looks
now
so
there's
good.
all these fans of his who want him to do Power Rangers next.
No. Quit. Look, I don't even say, I'm not even saying kill the man. I'm just saying stop letting him do things. Just
However, you know
stop.
his first piece of work that I did enjoy
What?
was the commercial for the Got Milk with the Aaron
I heard
Burr.
about that.
Yeah,
Like,
so
he
he
was
the
that-
director of that Aaron Burr commercial with the peanut butter.
Oh yeah.
And then
Yeah.
the guy's trying to get
So
the call, and he's like, Aaron
And I'm
Burr,
sitting
but
there
he's got
going
peanut butter.
well, what
Oh, wow.
happened?
A commercial by Michael Bay.
I don't know what
And
happened.
no
with it.
explosions,
Yeah.
nothing. Yeah, it's like,
But not even that. Okay, no, look, the man can do action. I'll give him that. But I just don't know what his, what he's even thinking.
Well, I saw a great picture that someone posted. It was like a bulldog in like a green T-shirt. Someone taped a fake turtle shell to him, and then put the plastic Leonardo mask from Halloween on his face.
Right.
And then just typed underneath, nailed it. Got it right, Michael Bay.
Yeah, no, it's weird. The turtles look huge. And
Which
then-
I don't mind. 'cause
No,
it's
then
they're
that's fine, but
mutants
it's
and
just
stuff.
you see Leonardo, the only two turtles you actually get to see is Leonardo, and then you see Michelangelo, and Leonardo looked fine. I was like, okay, that's fine. And then it shows Michelangelo, and then Matt said it best. He's like, looks like a black guy.
Pretty much, yeah. It's weird because you can see they have fingernails, they have human-like features, but they're supposed to be more turtle.
Yeah.
And that's what just throws it all off. It's they're supposed to be a turtle. That they look like, I'm a
I mean,
good-looking
the cool
creature.
thing was you see Donatello kind of throw Raphael into an actual Jeep.
Yeah,
and
and
he flips over and he hits it with a shell, and he just decimates this Jeep. So it's I'm like, don't get me wrong, the action's gonna be good, but I'm just like,
But then it's
oh.
so weird because the whole trailer is showing the city, and then
Yeah.
all of a sudden they're on the snow top.
Yeah,
Out of nowhere,
who knows?
they
Yeah,
went
yeah,
on
I saw that.
vacation
All
or
of a sudden
something.
now he's coming out.
We're on
What is this,
vacation.
the movie
Yeah.
Help, where the Beatles are here,
Yeah,
and then they're
sudden,
there, then there's someone
No
else?
one told
Yeah,
you that.
help!
Yeah.
We need some turtles. Help! Just not any turtles. Help! Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Heroes in a shell. But that's all I have to say to Michael Bay.
Yeah,
Okay, well, that's
pretty
good for
bad.
you. So, Michael Bay, if you or anybody else would like a shout out of your own, let us know on Twitter at the Idiot Section or on Facebook.
It's funny though. It's hashtag a comment by Michael Bay.
Yeah.
Everything he has to put that on there. I like to order a drink by Michael Bay.
Yeah. Hey, this coffee's boom!
Yeah.
So, Kyle, you got an idiot story of the week?
You know what? I wonder if that happened
I
though
guess
when he was
not.
at if Michael Bay was working at Starbucks,
Yeah.
and he's all like, yeah, I'd just like to get a large, coffee. Then he gets, he's like, here's your cappuccino mocha. I'm like, how could you screw this up?
Yeah, can't get nothing right. It's from space.
Yeah.
It just runs out. Come back here, babe.
I put magic crystals in it. I found them on the floor.
Yeah, yeah. It's an origin story of your coffee. I don't
Yeah,
care.
I don't care about my
The coffee.
I need
The
to get to
beans were
work.
picked.
Your coffee's
Ninja Turtle.
They were roasted in a warehouse in Manhattan.
He's all holding the copies.
They were
like,
contaminated by
we
mice
must save.
running across the beans before they were ground and put it to your coffee.
Just starts shaking the cappuccino machine. Transform and get us out of here.
Transform, damn you, transform.
The idiot story I have is actually I'm not sure how to really phrase it, but basically a man served 15 years in jail for robbing a store, like a convenience store. He gets out after serving he gets out after 15 years, goes right to the same store and robs it again.
Robs the same store again after 15 years.
After 15 years of serving jail time. Like it's
Maybe he liked jail that much.
I guess so, yeah.
Either that or their cappuccino machine was just kick ass.
You have no idea.
Was it like that from was it Invader Zim? He comes back in and he's like, wait a minute, that's the guy!
Yeah. And
get him!
It was weird though, because like literally it's like, what kind of conversation do you have? Hey, I haven't seen you in 15 years. Like,
yeah, what have you been up to?
Yeah, no.
Well, I was kind of in jail for robbing you last time. Oh, by the way, empty your register.
Yeah, like, not again.
He's like, double jeopardy. It's like, no.
Yeah. Hey, you can't arrest me again for the same crime. Yeah, but this is a different crime.
A different time.
Oh, now you tell me.
It's like, in your next 15 years, why don't you read the law books? Yeah. Probably.
Yeah. You got 15 years to read them.
He just read like robbing for dummies. Like, oh, that's what I did wrong.
Okay.
I went back. Oh, double jeopardy is only if you get tried again. Oh, now
then he comes in, he robs, but he's all like, just give me the surveillance tape so I can see what I did wrong. 15 years later, that he like does it to exact. It's like, no, not like copy the tape, like the crime. Oh.
Hey, you got an idiot story?
Actually, I would say our waitress at the Tilted Kilt. She comes over and like the place was not busy. And she comes over and tries to get everyone's order, and like she was just like, when like you're gonna get crappy service.
Yeah.
Like this just started off with
like when the show starts.
Yes. So it gets to me, and like I had to repeat what I wanted. Like she didn't understand. It's not like I was going, and I was literally like pointing at the stuff on the menu. I was like, I'd like to get this with this, and then this, and then she's like, wait, what do you want?
Yeah, bad news.
And then even Maddie like orders his second beer, and it took her like 45 minutes to get back to us and everything like that.
Well, that's because she had to crush the hops.
And then when when the check comes, she gives everyone the checks, and then she's all like, she screwed up on Eric's and mine check. Like she put his food on my thing, and it was just like, and then it took her forever to come back in. Like change it. I was just like, so it was funny. I forgot what her actual name was, but we're driving home just all like, so we just gave her this full name of like Tammy, Susan, like Lindsay is like her full name. So I'm just like, damn it, Tammy. But yeah, so it's again, this is your job.
Yeah, good service.
Please learn it.
But these are the people that Obama wants to have more money go to as a server because he thinks people who get tips should be paid more.
Oh, okay. Don't get me wrong. If someone does a good job,
they get tipped.
They get tipped. But if you're thinking, if it's coming down to it where these people are going to get like more than minimum wage and not have to work for their tips, then you know what? I'm not tipping you because I'm sorry. This is okay. Obviously, you're either putting yourself through college or you made some really bad choices, and this is your job.
Or both.
Do the best you can do at this.
Or all together. Well, my idiot of the week has to be healthcare.gov, one of my favorites, and trying to change my plan and the misinformed assholes they have answering your healthcare questions. Now, this could have probably been posted in the missing links section because theoretically you have the healthcare site and then you have your customer support site. Anyway, I would like to nominate Ali Juwan at the healthcare.gov customer support center for 1, not having a clue as to what I wanted.
Please give me the award.
2, making me wait 15 minutes to talk to him.
Oh, yeah.
And 3, lying to me when I asked if what I wanted to do could be done online. He told me no, that I had to talk to someone else. Not sure if he was a liar or just an asshole or both. And then what he did is he had to send me to another area where I was on hold for 35 minutes. Now, in that time, I figured, well, I'm on hold anyway. Let me go to Google and see if I could figure out how to do this on my own. Well, I did, and I could. So in the time it took for me to hang up, because I didn't even get to talk to somebody about this afterwards, I was able to go to their healthcare.gov website, found not only that I could do what I wanted to do, but it provided me with the steps on how to do it. So I went ahead and did all this and just got out. Now, I think one of the things that happens is when you call customer support and they start helping you, they get credit if you go all the way through and they actually end up helping you do something. So I don't know if that was a blatant lie that he told me that I couldn't do it on, because I was more than happy to do it online. I just had no idea where to go or how to do it. So, but I was able to figure it out. I was able to do it all myself. You know how long it took me to do it? 10 minutes.
Oh, yeah.
10 minutes to do it online myself without having to talk to any moron who couldn't even help me to begin with. Now, what I did do is I did post my displeasure with the healthcare.gov on Twitter, and somebody actually contacted me last week asking me how to do it. So I went ahead and I gave them the site info, and they thanked me. And you're welcome, Obama, for my free help on your crappy site.
So what you're saying is Alan is the idiot of the week.
Elijah one.
Steve's running around.
Now it's time for a section that I call the missing link.
All right, we're going to talk about Sasquatch and the Loch Ness Monster. I can't wait for that chupacabra. Oh, the missing link.
No, that's not what we talk about.
Damn it!
The missing link is in which we discuss websites, links,
Yeah, chupa thingy.
or customer service supporting websites that either don't work that should, or take you to some other weird and wacky place that no one should ever have to see. Now, as far as customer service goes, which I guess what we should start calling some of these departments in the United States is customer disservice, because they don't.
Dad's doing air quotes.
I'm doing air. No, I'm not. I'm just raising
doing next
my
thing.
hands.
No, he's
I'm waving my hands in the air. I'm mad as hell.
customer
And I'm not taking it anymore.
Now he's raising the roof.
In order to help your brother get around New York City, I am paying for his Metro card that he pays me back for, because I'm the only one who has a credit card that's of any sense of worthiness. So what happens is, anytime I need to talk to them about anything, I have to call them, give them my information, and we go from there. Now, what had happened is they went ahead and they sent his new Metro card to Phoenix, Arizona. Okay?
Makes sense.
Okay, first of all, you're the Metropolitan Transportation Authority sending a subway card to Phoenix, Arizona. Why in God's name would somebody in Phoenix, Arizona need a subway card? Okay, I'll give them the benefit of the doubt.
So you need to
Maybe
get around.
somebody's coming to New York and they just want that card right away so they could get there, but okay. So it comes to me, so I open it up because I wanted to see what it was, put it in an envelope, mailed it to him.
Okay.
Well, I end up getting it back.
I
ended up getting part of what I mailed him back, just the top part with his address, realizing that the card has been lost, stolen, whatever by the post office, which great job, post office.
You're welcome.
So I go ahead, I get online, I cancel a card, and they say when you cancel a card, another one will automatically be generated in 15 business days. Okay. Great. Okay, we do that. Well, after 17, 18 business days, I call them up. What's going on? Oh, well, and the stuff, they have no clue what they're doing there. They have no idea. I mean, one woman told me it would be there on the 17th. Never got there. So I called back on that Monday and said, hey, look, it was supposed to be there. This other woman, at least she was nice enough to tell me that it was, well, good chance that it's not going to be there until the 29th. I said, okay, great. So you know where it got mailed? My house.
Right.
Okay. Now, in the meantime, now this is no exaggeration, my call began with them at 9:24 in the morning. Now, in the course of waiting, I finally spoke to someone at 10:29 a.m., an hour and 5 minutes after I actually called them to try to figure out what this is. Okay? I spoke to the woman for exactly 12 minutes. So I waited an hour and 5 minutes to speak with them for 12 minutes. Now, in the course of that hour, this is the information or the words that they speak at you the whole time. And I estimated that they revolve every 25 seconds the next saying. And this is the order in which it's said, and it repeats over and over again.
So you get to hear this bombarded in you.
Okay, so what happens is happy, repetitive music plays in the background while a pleasant voice breaks in every so often. Your call means a lot to us, so please continue holding. You wait 25 seconds. Thank you for calling. We'll be right with you. Another 25 seconds. Your call is important to us. Someone will join you on the line shortly. Another 25 seconds. We're looking forward to talking to you in a matter of moments. And then another 25 seconds. Oh, no, this is even
You're
better.
still here.
Yeah, really. You value your time, and so do we. A representative will assist you in just a moment. And then, your patience is appreciated. We'll be with you momentarily. And then, sorry for the delay. Assistance is a moment away. Now, I don't know about you guys, but in the time-space continuum, momentarily to me means, 5, maybe 10 minutes.
10
tops,
at most.
15 at the max, okay? So all of this stuff is basically they should say, you're going to be on hold for an hour.
Get a sandwich.
And if you just walk, do something else,
Yeah.
go to the bathroom, take a shower, walk your dog, do something.
Because that's what
about
we're doing.
that. And then then in between these, there's another thing. It's like every, so if this is every 25 seconds, it's like every 45 seconds this breaks in. Thank you for your continued patience. All agents are assisting other callers. Please hold, and your call will be answered in the order it was received.
Of course.
So I just want to say, it's on hold lies is basically what it is. I mean, okay, so let's review some of these things. Your call means a lot, so please continue holding. If my call means that much, why aren't you staffed accordingly
Right,
so
to
that I
answer the
only
call.
have to wait 15 minutes to deal with a company that's automatically billing me every month that's paying your salary? Thank you for calling. We'll be right with you. No, you won't. We'll be right with you in about an hour or so. That would be more. Your call is important to us, but obviously not important enough to have the necessary staff to kind of assist me. So I would like to say for the Metropolitan Transportation Authority in New York City, your customer service staffing stinks. The whole way that you do your subway and metro calls is ridiculous, and you are my missing link.
Oh, we didn't talk about the Sasquatch or the Loch Ness Monster. I want to know about the freaking chupacabra, but instead, it was actual links on the internet.
So, what's on your mind?
Yeah, what's on your mind?
Windows phones. Hate
Yeah.
them.
Ooh. How about the new HTC?
I am thinking of going with the Verizon Razr plan, where you can actually get your... Yeah, I wish it was that. Hey, check out my new phone.
Yeah, you
4Gs.
that would be cool. A phone that could be a razor that you could shave with while you're on the phone. Hey, what's that in the background? Oh, I'm just shaving.
shaving.
You know what they
Okay.
call it when they cancel your phone service?
What?
Razor burn.
Oh.
So anyways, basically what the plan is you can go in, get a brand new phone, and then within a year, if a new phone comes out or whatnot, you don't have to re-sign a contract. You can actually, because the extra money you pay a month would go for that new phone that you want or whatnot, so you can actually keep current. The only reason I want to do that is because it's a lot cheaper to do that, especially with the phone that I have, because apparently this Windows phone decided to go, because I got a girl's number and I been texting her and stuff like that. Hopefully he's going to set up for some coffee sometime soon, but she has the same name as another girl in my phone, and so I text this girl 2 times, like 2 days. Well, this is what happened. 2 days in a row, and the conversation was fine, or like that. And then, like on the third day, all of a sudden, like everything was. I was all like, "This escalated pretty fast." Like the one girl, the girl I thought was sorry, and then realizing, looking at the phone number, going like, "Wait a minute, this isn't her. This is a completely other person or whatnot." So I'm like, "Why the hell?" All of a sudden, Windows is like, "Wait a minute, that's the same person. Combine that together in your address book." I'm a dick.
Nice.
So I had to apologize to the one girl
Right.
because I was like, I don't want to hang out with you on Saturday.
Oh. Damn you, Windows.
So I think I'm going to go. Matt's really happy with his iPhone S5, so I'll probably look into that.
Yeah, Windows Update now with cock blocking feature.
Yeah, basically. Yeah, I was just all like, really?
Are you
And I hate-
developing
and
a
I hate
relationship using your Windows
Not
phone?
anymore.
Well, we can help with that. We'll let you
Yeah.
contact 12 girls at the same time.
It's like
Hey, would you like to meet for coffee?
Yeah.
The
12
upgrade is
messages.
like
Sure.
the
Damn
upgrade is like 12.0. Good stuff.
You want us to send other messages that you did
Yeah.
not send? Like, I hate your guts, and I hope you burn in hell. No, what? I didn't.
Love you, Grandma.
Yeah. Windows Update. Gonna up your
Yeah.
life.
Yeah.
Social network, not anymore.
Yeah.
Hey, baby, I just wanted to let you know that I now have an STD.
On the bright side, I went ahead and contacted your boss and told him you're not going to come in today, and he's an asshole. No, I just started.
I just got the phone. How did you even get this information? Oh, we've downloaded everything we could ever find about you thanks to the NSA.
Remember those pictures you thought were deleted? Not anymore. All on your Facebook page.
Right, and we just sent them on to everybody.
Get ready for the new Windows 8 update.
Yeah.
Cockblock. And look for us next year with identity theft.
Yeah.
Kyle, what about you?
I got nothing.
You got nothing on your mind? Come on, think.
I meditated yesterday. My mind is clear.
Ooh, clear and ready for nirvana.
Pretty much.
Were you like Lenny and Carl when they were meditating, where it's like, who wears short shorts? We
like mantras?
short
Yeah, we don't do
shorts.
mantras. Just sit and breathe.
So, do we have our
Reviews of the week.
reviews?
We got some movie reviews.
It's time for Senior Esteban's music, movies, TV, and maybe sometimes weird pictures review. Brought to you by Amazon.com. Go to the Socially Awkward Studios website at thesasquatch.net. Click on the Amazon banner and shop like you normally do. Take it away, Senior Esteban.
Why, thank you, Don Pardo. Today's
That
movie
is.
review is brought to you by, it is as far as I'm concerned. Today's movie review is brought to you by your public library, which is where I got the first two movies from. First movie I saw, which is The Heat, with Sandra Bullock as an uptight, stiff, know-it-all FBI agent.
Who gets trapped in space?
Not in this one.
Yeah.
She should have been, though.
Oh, you added this will.
Yeah.
Melissa McCarthy as an over-the-top wacko detective with
I
a
knew she was.
horrible family.
Johnny knew it all.
Now, if a guy movie can be called a bromance movie, then I guess you could call this a womance movie.
Or a bromance.
Braman?
Because if it's two
Yeah,
girls,
bra.
Bromance?
Yeah, bras.
So
Two
they don't
girls?
wear bras.
well, then they're dirty birdies.
The Dirty Birdie movie of the week.
Yeah,
dirty,
two dirty birdies.
dirty birdmans. Oh, well, anyway.
Dirty Birdman.
What had the potential to be a great movie turned out to be a great disappointment. Bullock's character was too stiff for too long, and by the time the girls had their obligatory drunken girls' night out so Sandra could chill out, I wanted the bad guys to shoot them both dead.
I won't shoot them in the head, but I will send one of you into space.
Now, I think Melissa
Gravity.
McCarthy is a funny lady, but I thought she tried too hard in this film. McCarthy also had a god-awful family that we certainly could have done without in this movie. I did not think they needed to be in the picture, but they were. They all should have been shot dead, too.
We've kidnapped your family. Keep up.
Now, Melissa's performance was a little too out there for me, or maybe because Bullock's character was so stiff, McCarthy had to be too weird. Either way,
Yeah.
it did not get good until about three-quarters of the way through the movie, and by then, I wanted them and the director shot dead. To be honest, if everyone was shot dead in the first half hour of the movie, I would have liked it a lot better.
We got so many dead bodies in this film. I know what to do. What? Send them into space. I knew that's where they were going to go.
They didn't appreciate the gravity of the situation.
Damn it, John. No.
The next movie I saw was Thor, the
You're
Dark
Thor.
World. Now, my favorite villain, besides Heath Ledger as the Joker, has got to be Tom Hiddleston as Loki.
I'm Loki.
He's so cool, he's so calm, and so underwhelming that he makes everyone else, including Thor, look like maniacs. Now, outside of him, I found the movie to be mildly entertaining. I just hope the person or persons who invented the CGI that was used in the Superman movie, and now this one that allows a hero or villain to hit someone and have them fly through buildings and cars and mountains and whatever before crashing into what's ever at the end of what they were traveling through, is making the money they planned on, because they seem to be overusing that feature a lot. And from what I saw from the Ninja Turtle movie, they're using it there too. Now, the story was decent, the special effects were way cool, but to be honest, I feel like Chris Hemsworth as Thor plays him as a lumbering doofus without any real depth or emotion. You know, maybe that's how he's supposed to be. I do not really care about any of the characters because they don't impress me. Maybe they are supposed to be as two-dimensional as the comic they are portraying. I don't know, but I wasn't that really thrilled with it. I did like it, though, when Thor and Loki were walking through the dungeon and Loki kept transforming into different people, especially when he turned into Captain America. I thought that was cool.
You know what the cool part
That
is
was
about that?
clever. What?
Is when they did it, he actually shot all those people, Tom Hiddleston playing them, and then Chris Evans, he watched Loki's performance and then basically just copied it to a T to get it down.
Oh,
and
so
then
that
when
he
he
could
did the
walk
stepping
it. Yeah.
for it, so I was all like, that's awesome. But yeah, Kyle and I thought that was like, because when people did not see the movie, I'm like, I want to talk about that cameo. I'm like,
Yeah.
it was such a good cameo.
Yeah.
That was so
Like,
great.
it
I
was
mean,
so
that-
good.
that-
like, God
to me, that
bless
was- yeah.
America. And he's like,
Yeah.
stop it. You know,
Yeah.
Well, I like my favorite performance in that film, I think, is when, like, the whole time, like, Loki's like, you're not my mother, you're not this, you're not that. And then after the events of the film, and, like, finally Thor, like, sees him and he says, you can drop the act. And you finally get to see, like, what he's really looks like in there. Because obviously he was illusioning, like, how he was just like, oh, whatever, reading books and don't care. Like, you actually saw how distraught.
Right.
And
He
like
was a
how,
mess. Yeah.
how messed up he was. So I thought that was, like, really cool how they played on that, kind of thing. And then, of course, the twist at the end is just like, oh, my goodness. Like, it leaves so many questions open. And
Yeah.
Yeah. But
So-
even Chris Evans, did you hear about him after he's done with the Captain America stuff?
Yeah, I think
He's-
2017.
he's
Well, then
not acting
someone
anymore.
was
He's taking a break.
someone was rumoring like, okay, so you have Ultron, and then like they killed him off in the comics, and obviously they're building up the Winter Soldier. So there's a good point that they'll maybe like kill him off.
That actually, would be a
which
cool
would
thing.
be like, oh my
well,
god.
actually, but that's what I'm curious about because it's like I want them to do it, but I know they can't do it. But I would love to see the Civil War as a movie.
Yeah.
But,
Well, they said probably you're going to see that as an animated. You'll probably end up seeing that
but
as an
because
animated
we can't
saga.
have obviously you can't have Spider-Man in the film because he's owned by Sony. And
That's the
Spider-Man
problem,
plays
is
a
you got
huge
all
part
these-
in Civil War along with the X-Men and everybody else. So it's like, but we'll
Unless,
see what happens.
unless
So
they did
House
a
of
different.
Cards,
But here you go though, because in the saga they obviously have multiple universes.
Mhm.
They could do the ultimate Spider-Man, who's the African American Mexican Spider-Man in the film, and that's how they could get around. It's like, well, you own the rights to Peter Parker, but this is our other guy, so
Yeah, we'll see what
they could
happens.
always do something like that. Get
I'd rather
around
see
it.
Peter Parker.
We also got Batman for whatever reason.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Lástima.
And Superman comes in.
Yeah, just like, well, I don't know what I'm here for.
Aquaman's like, I'm making fish steaks.
Yeah, really.
Yeah.
Mrs. Ball's fish cakes now with Aquaman.
So House of Cards season 2. So you're finally able to watch that on Netflix.
Yep. Okay, House of Cards Season 2, Netflix original programming. Now, at the end of Season 1, Kevin Spacey, as Congressman Francis Underwood, kills Peter Russo by getting him drunk and leaving him in Russo's car in the garage with the engine running. Way to go. Now, for this, he gets to be Vice President of the United States. Well, 5 shows into Season 2, and he kills someone else. Maybe Joe Biden isn't the weenie we think he is after all. Now, we can see Kevin Spacey's influence reach into the FBI as they frame a newspaper pussy into creating cyber terrorism, and he continues to pull the strings of other politicians as he maneuvers his way in Washington. Now, I loved the season last year, and this one so far is even better, and I'm only 5 shows into it. Spacey is great. Princess Buttercup is great. Even the dead lieutenant from Rescue Me makes it to this show. Remember the guy Lou?
Yeah.
He's in the show too, but only as a congressman for like 1 or 2 shows, I think. But he's still pretty.
Then
good.
he gets killed off.
Yeah, then he dies of a heart attack in a fire. It's really a shame. But he's so typecast.
Yeah. We need a fat guy. It's heart attack, fire. Lou from Rescue Me. Gotcha.
Oh, got him. Let's call his agent. Get him.
Man,
Lou's resume. Why am I always a fat guy dying in a fire?
maybe I should lose some weight. Here's some more peanut butter, Lou.
Yeah.
Oh, I can't resist peanut butter.
Oh, yeah. Oh, peanut butter.
Well, he should go to New Mexico, where Costco has decided to dump truckloads of peanut butter into a New Mexico landfill rather than donate it to charity because of some sort of bankruptcy thing.
Really?
Hey,
Did you?
gotta
Yeah,
hide
yeah.
that peanut butter.
I just saw that today in the news or something. I guess
$90
I
million
guess-
of
I guess
peanut
the
butter.
peanut butter was supposed to be going
It's all
to Costco,
yours.
and they refused it
Mhm.
for whatever reason. And then they said, well, they couldn't donate, or
I
they wouldn't
say my-
donate it to
I guess
charity.
you say they were skipping out.
That's what I was gonna say. Say my name, Skippy. You goddamn right. It's like a whole like Breaking Bad, but with peanut butter.
Yeah.
Stand up.
So basically, it's Breaking
Okay.
Bad, but with the peanut. It's all like,
Yeah.
there's a guy, say my name, Peter Pan.
yeah, Jiffy.
Yeah, Jiffy.
Yeah,
Yeah, bitch!
instead of Jesse, it's Jiffy.
Jiffy.
Jiffy, we need
Jiffy.
to get rid of these cans of peanut butter.
Yeah, bitch.
Yeah,
Skippy, bitch.
I'll show you, Crunchy.
Yeah, crunchy mother. You have a very smooth operation.
Okay, let's go with Cosmos. Cosmos, the TV
that was
show.
Cosby.
No.
You see, we're skipping.
The universe, it's
I'm
expanding,
the
and it's got like scientists, and it's got like little spaceships that go here, and they go there, and they're gonna stop at Jupiter, pick up some pudding pops, and they're gonna fly back to the moon. Yeah, you see, Cosby.
No.
You
Not,
see,
I'm sorry, it's not Cosby.
Cosby in space. Oh, there goes Sandra Bullock. Kodak film, Rudy.
Excuse me, it's Cosmos.
Mose. Cosmopolitan.
That's all right. It's a
a
common
weird show
mistake.
now.
Yeah,
It's a common
it happens
mistake.
all the time.
Yeah, it happens all the time.
Galaxy.
Science aerobics. They're
Yeah.
doing the Cosby
Yeah.
dance in the beginning of the show.
Jupiter dance.
Science and
Yeah,
sweaters.
Jupiter.
Yeah. Now, the TV show, let's face it, most of us are watching the show because we all feel a little, or in my case, a lot stupid, and we try to make up for it by watching educational shows on TV in the hope that we may not only learn something, but be able to say something intelligent at some point in our lives. Personally, my time has not come yet. Now, I am old enough to have seen the original Cosmos with Carl Sagan way back in the late 1970s. It was a great show for a lot of reasons, but the only thing I remember from it is that there are billions and billions of stars in the galaxy, and that was a big joke at the time.
Well, the pudding.
Fast forward to 2014, the new Cosmos is HD. The colors are better, special effects are better, and while I know that Neil deGrasse Tyson, I hope
deGrasse.
Yeah,
deGrasse. Oh, sorry,
Tyson.
so the R. Neil deGrasse Tyson did not intend to compete with or replace Carl Sagan. To be honest, I just find him flat out boring.
He's Greek to me.
Ah.
Oh, wait, I got that wrong.
So what
No,
you're
he's
saying
not
is you'd rather have Bill Cosby probably host.
Actually, yeah, Bill Cosby would probably make a better host. Now, the whole spaceship thing that can look backwards and forwards and sideways, that's a tad Doctor Who-ish for me, and it makes the series too cartoonish for me, and they even use cartoons. You know, what is this, like second grade? In the first show, and I'll post this on the website, in the first show when they depicted the early scientist, Giordano Bruno, he looks like George Harrison of the Beatles in cartoon form in a Jedi robe, doesn't
These
he?
are not the droids you're looking for.
It's like, listen, do you want to know a secret? Let me whisper in your ear. Oh, closer. Say the words you long to hear.
Here comes the sun.
The universe is infinite.
What are we gonna do, Chewbacca?
Whoa, whoa.
Now, I will most likely...
the Wookiee win.
I will most likely continue to watch the show, but I am waiting for the companion coloring book that should be part of the show, the one with the pop-up planets and the maze where you help the Earth find its location with the other planets. That's my deal. Anybody else?
I like the show. I think
You
it's
do?
good. Yeah, I think it's really good.
I've never seen
Yeah, I think it's good, but I
think for me, I like the little facts, like the thing about like how there's those little microbes that can live in like lava and like the sulfuric like pits and stuff, and like
Right.
the Yosemite, like that kind of stuff is like that's insane. Like to find out that something as microbe can still survive, like what we feel is like one of the harshest environments.
Right.
I like the idea about the comet, how he predicted about the comet and was able to then show about the rotation. I like how they're talking about the Andromeda. The galaxy that's going to collide with
Right,
ours.
we're going to merge and smash together, and
it's
we'll all
crazy.
die.
Well, actually, he said there would be actually no
comet.
harm.
What?
That's what he was saying. Is that it's going to be one of the most spectacular events to happen, and when we combine, there will actually be no really damage to us because of the way that they would merge. Like it showed an animation of it and everything, so that there was actually be no harm to the galaxy like they had first.
Oh
predicted.
yeah, and like when it happens, you could go back and say, "Oh, you were wrong."
Hey, it's going to be 2 million years from now. So
I
it's
know.
like-
Well, I predict that what's going to happen is the Earth is
That's the
going to
beauty
take
of science.
over the world.
That's the beauty of science.
All over the world.
And they also had the
Hey,
thing about the
Mickey-
Big
was
Bang.
it Mickey Rooney?
Yeah.
Big star, you don't seem to understand. I predict that in a bazillion years, I will take over the world. I will be.
I like the
Yeah.
George
I mean, anybody.
Harrison
Yeah, but at least that guy
Jedi.
who was it?
Like even like
Haley.
yeah.
Haley, he predicted
Hale's
the comet.
comet, yeah, Haley's
and
comet.
he got, but he also got Hooke's law and stuff too.
Mhm.
But
That's
then you
true.
also have Newton's figs.
I
That's true.
want more of
These are
George
delicious.
Harrison
These are delicious.
fighting.
What are you doing with my diorama?
Let's see. Wait a second. So here we have a guy who not only mathematically never had the math before to do it, but mathematically proved the rotation of the Earth
Using the
And-
Bible.
using the Bible and all this other stuff. and mathematically proved that it's still used today. His calculations are still used today to put spacecraft either on the moon or on Mars or anywhere else. And what do? They name a Fig Newton after him.
Well,
A
to
cookie.
be fair,
You get a cookie.
to be fair though, if
good job. Here's a cookie.
To be fair,
Oh,
though,
I like cookies.
to be fair though, if he was still like, if they could go back in time, bring him here, and show everything they did, he's all like, "So what'd you use the space program for?" "Oh, we shot monkeys up there." He's like, "Real?
Oh, really?
That's what my
monkey.
science was for."
Yeah,
These are
great.
delicious. What are these? Well, they're Fig Newton.
What? What? No!
You got up a cookie.
I'm allergic to figs.
Yeah.
Oh God, I'm a
You
cookie.
couldn't make apple Newtons? What's
Yeah.
wrong with you? Apple Newtons would have made sense.
And don't call me a fig. That's racist.
I resent that.
Yeah. You see, grilled
They should swap him out for
Yeah,
Bill
just-
Cosby. It'll be a lot.
No one
You
will know.
see, you go in the spaceship, you go in somebody's eye, and you go into the brain, you look at the bugs and all the stuff that's crawling around inside there.
That was like so horrible, Bill.
I'm
Cosby.
so awful. Like I said, the impressions on this show by any celebrity may not actually be that very good.
It's okay. I'm a doctor.
Yeah. I'm Dr. Huxtable. I can fix your radiator or whatnot. Go, go, go.
Speaking of
Fox.
reviews, it's zombie time, bitches. Since our last show, Daryl has joined up with the same bunch of ruffians who surely would have killed Rick in his Suburban 2 story had he not killed Poop Man and made his escape out the window. We also learn that when Beth gets drunk, she will hop into a car with anybody and leave her current boyfriend behind. Maggie comes to the realization that if Glenn is alive, he will head for Terminus, and so she uses some zombies as her personal inkwell and dips her pen into their blood to leave Glenn text messages on billboards and signs that she is headed there.
You know what those are called?
What?
Dead notes.
To catch us up on what has happened since then, we bring you a little section we like to call Christopher Walken Dead.
Hello.
Mr. Walken, your thoughts on the past shows?
Well, of course, I've been busy, so I'm paraphrasing here. Basically, what happens with The Walking Dead, we see now Rick enjoying a moment, time with Moshe and Carl here, and they're challenging each other to balance the competition with the choices of candy bars go to the winner. Rick does something we have not seen in a long time. He smiles and he laughs, leading us to believe that he will be a zombie meal before the end of the last show, which makes sense. As soon as you realize you're happy in a zombie apocalypse, you're pretty much dead. That's what we've learned in The Walking Dead. I hope not. I like Rick. He makes Daryl look good. Really? No, I like Daryl. Daryl's the man. He could punch you in the face and then turn around and be like, here's some moonshine. We're best friends again. And believe me, I've done a lot of punching in the face and drinking moonshine with random people. So, meanwhile, Daryl learns a new game called Claim It. And it costs him half a rabbit and not the good half. One of the baddies that Daryl is now a part of doesn't like him, and he tries to get Daryl in trouble. But it backfires on the bully, and he gets a beating he will never remember because he dies from it. I guess he should have seen that coming. On the positive side, Daryl gets the other half of his rabbit back, and now he has 4 lucky rabbit's feet.
Good for him.
I know. I remember the last time I had a lucky rabbit's foot. Bugs Bunny was kind of angry at me.
Ooh.
Daryl also learns that his new friends are looking for walking pieces of doo-doo. As if the zombie apocalypse isn't enough, now they're walking pieces of doo-doo that I have to worry
walking
about.
doo-doo.
That's the worst thing, man. Because now you know when doo-doo hits the fan. Zombie apocalypse, apparently. I don't know about you, but I would avoid walking pieces of doo-doo too. Of course, that makes me wonder what happens when a walking piece of doo-doo steps in you.
Oh!
Glenn is now pretending to be a cho-cho train. A choo-choo train. A cho-cho. A choo-choo. Actually, if I went with cho-cho, that'd be racist because Glenn is
Of Asian
of
descent.
Asian descent. So we're going to go with choo-choo choose me and go with the train. By leading his group down the tracks, he has come to a sign that his significant other, Maggie, defaced with his zombie guts, He smiles knowing she's alive. I know, it's a lot better than a Valentine's Day card. That's what shows you love somebody after you've killed a zombie and spread their organs all over the place with a nice heartful, I miss you, with a real zombie heart.
Yeah, making a heart out of zombie intestines. It's always a sign of love.
He smiles knowing she's alive. He starts running down the tracks to see her. Of course, which I would have loved when he's running down the tracks, he would start playing Runaway Train, Never Going Back. Hit that up on YouTube, kids. 90s. But he stops long enough to have a disagreement with his group as to where to spend the night. When a zombie drops by, literally, and explodes at their feet, he decides to keep going. Because when zombies explode, shit's going down. Are they now, eating nitroglycerin? What's going on with exploding zombies? Good idea, if you ask me. I hate when people drop by without letting you know first. Next day, Glenn and his team reach a tunnel that sounds like a zombie barbershop quartet. But Glenn is determined to meet up with Maggie and forge ahead. Tara, sick of... I don't even know who that is. Eugene?
Yeah, Eugene. He's the scientist.
That's right, Eugene. Man. I'm sorry. I got this. I was calling him Mullet Boy, so I'll have to put that in the notes next time. Eugene is Mullet Man McGee. I like that name better. Anyways, Mullet Man McGee, consistent talking about batteries and dinosaurs, decides it's better to be eaten by zombies than have to listen to Mullet Head anymore, so he goes with Glenn. Mullet Head is sad... is sad, even with his new riot gear outfit, and has a tantrum until he gets to be the navigator in the minivan. So this guy is just trouble all over.
He is.
You know what? To be honest with you, I think he's just going to show up at DC and just be like, "I know the cure," and just eat a box of Oreos. Because I don't think he knows.
Or Fig Newtons.
Fig Newtons, yeah. And Neil deGrasse will be there going spaceships.
Go.
He's also sad because Tara says she likes girls, but so does Mullet Boy over there, so they have that in common, I guess. Hey, Mullet Boy, you're a dinosaur, apparently, or something. Hope he dies. You know what? With my luck, this will be the guy that lives in the entire series, and then they'll do a side series of Mullet Man and his adventures in the wilderness. And he just talks to himself. He draws a picture of a man on his hand, and he just walks around talking to it. And that's going to be the #1 hit. After battling zombies in the tunnel, which is the name of the next musical album, Glenn and Tara are saved by Maggie, Drunk Bob, and Sasha, who shoots all of the zombies dead. Maggie burns Glenn's picture of her saying he won't need it anymore, but I'm thinking he may, because, everyone dies in the show. I mean, we all thought... They make their way to Terminus, which is super creepy and crazy. I made up a new word. It's creepy and crazy together. It's crazy. And they meet Mary, who says she would like to have them for dinner. Oh, I think Mary and the other people we do not see are cannibals and are looking to make a meal of sweet and sour Glenn. Oh, and I made the comment of the Cho-Cho train, and now I see what you did with the... Okay, I'm the bad guy. At least they have fresh vegetables to go with them. Oh! Maybe they should have kept Maggie's picture. They could use it as a menu item. So actually, I like this because a lot of people are probably wondering when this was actually going to show up in the series, because it has been in the comic book already. But anyways, I hope you enjoyed The Walking Moment. Coming soon, the final episode of the season, and everything will be dandy.
Thank you, Mr. Walken, for your recap.
Now I'm going to go hang out with Bill Cosby and talk about Neil deGrasse and the Cosby Show.
And Puddin' Bobs. Well, as the month of March comes to a close, so does another performance of the Idiot Section. As spring and summer begin their yearly entrance into our lives, we shed our long-sleeve shirts and trousers, revealing our scrawny lily white arms and legs for all to see and make fun of. Of course, if you are a person of color, you won't have this problem, so enjoy the freedom to wear shorts and t-shirts in the warmer weather without fear. Whatever your fashion choice may be, make sure it includes an internet connectable device that will allow you to download and enjoy our show. Our goal is to make idiocy portable. If you purchase merchandise using Amazon.com, may we ask that you continue to do so by going through the Socially Awkward Studios website and clicking on our link to the Amazon.com site. Rumor has it that by doing so, Amazon will give us an infinitesimal portion of the amount you spend. It adds nothing to the cost of the product to you, but from what I am told, provides some funding to the network. One of these days, I'm going to ask to see the profit and loss statement for this network, so I can see what my cut should be. Either way, thank you for your support. If you would like to send us a tweet, look for the @TheIdiot section and tweet away. Also, please like us on Facebook @TheIdiot section. We are now at 51 likes, so thank you to all who have liked us or who just pretend to. Remember, one day you might not only like us, but love us, and we will love you right back, but only platonically. Someday, and that someday was last week, the www.theidiotsection.com is no longer under construction, but has started its first version, and it's available for your entertainment pleasure. We will use the site to post links to our earlier shows, which are now just taking up space on a USB drive in my sock drawer. Tune in next time when our crack team of reporters, or our reporters on crack, will take a look at the words that were never provided for the theme songs of movies that you love. Every theme song that you've ever seen in a movie actually has words to it, and the crack team of reporters at the Idiot Section has uncovered it, and we will provide you with some of that our next show. Thanks for listening, and talk at you in 2 weeks.
I like the motto.
This has been another fine production of the 4i Radio Network. For more great shows, check out Sandra Bullock in Space and 4iRadio.com. Oh, Neil deGrasse Tyson, so.
Hi, this is Jeff from the 12A Podcast. Thanks for listening. If you enjoyed this show, please make sure to check out more on 4iRadio.com.